morning. Welcome to Morning Moments. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for taking the time, whatever platform you're seeing this on today. I have somebody from Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, and I was talking to her about my experiences in Lafayette. I have a nurse, a Mary Kay distributor. She's also a production club manager for JC Films of Lafayette. Uh, Rachel Lonco, welcome to Morning Moments.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
It's so good to get connected with you. I've been connected with so many of the JC Films people and had such great, interesting stories with each one I have. And so I come to you and ask you, what do you do and why do you do it?
It's kind of a journey, a never-ending journey, an evolving journey, if you will. Born and raised here in Cajun country, and very fortunate to grow up in a faith-filled home. My parents turned 70 this year, and Christ was always the center of our lives. And so I was very blessed to start off with such a strong foundation. Excellence, do everything for the glory of God and do it with excellence. So I was a bit ambitious. I graduated high school early as a junior. I got into an accelerated nursing program, finished that, got into the nursing field and was a supervisor by age 21 and did that for a number of years. I've been a nurse now for 26 years. Then the healthcare industry started to change in the mid 2000s. And I ended up taking care more of charts than patients. And that's not what I got into nursing for. I wanted to be very much hands-on. And so I started to begin to lose my joy. And I really thought I was going to be a nurse till I died. And then an opportunity presented itself with Mary Kay, lo and behold. And so I actually left nursing full time and began that realm. Mary Kay kind of became a second church for me. It is a Christian-based company, God first, family second, career third. So it offered me an opportunity to glorify God just in a different way. I still feel, because I've been in Mary Kay now since 2006, I still feel like I am nursing. I just feel like I'm dealing more with dermatology than surgery, as surgery was my primary nursing gig. But it's still a way to use the servant's heart that God gifted me. I have no sisters biologically. I have all brothers. So I wasn't what you would call a girly girl by any means, very much a tomboy. Basketball, softball, digging in the dirt with the boys. My grandparents had a dairy farm. So I was pretty rough as a young girl. And so some people see me from school today and they don't even recognize me. They don't recognize this as the Rachel they used to know, digging in the dirt. So that was a real blessing. Again, just another way to use the business to build people in corporate America, and nursing included. These hospitals, they got to make money to function and that sort of thing. And I felt like it got to the point where, as with a lot of what happens in corporate America, it's never God first. It's never family second. It's like work first, work second, God and family who. And that's just not what I saw my future to be. I have 4 children. My husband and I have been married for 25 years. We just celebrated our silver wedding anniversary this month. And, other people were raising my kids when I was working full-time as a nurse, daycare, aftercare. And I was like, gosh, this is not what it's supposed to be. And so the Mary Kay offered me that freedom, the flexibility to spend more time at home. And it really helped to nurture my desire to know Christ even more. And being around other faith-filled women the way that I was, it filled a void that I had as far as not having sisters biologically. Now I have a whole sisterhood of women that we just build each other up and make each other better. Iron sharpens iron. And it really helped me to understand that, God feeds the birds, but he don't throw it in the nest. So it helped me to not be afraid to get out there, to meet more people, to love on people, and realize there are so many people out there that don't know the Lord.
Yeah.
I just growing up the way that I did, I was very fortunate. I know you said you were a preacher's kid, and I guess I kind of took for granted that, well, everybody knows Jesus, right? But sitting at the kitchen table with women, being able to love on them, I can't tell you how many women I've sat with, prayed with, cried with, laughed with. So again, it very much became a ministry. And the JC Films thing that started for me this past spring, it was really my Mary Kay that led to that, because it was a group of Mary Kay girlfriends and we were going to go to an actor workshop that Jason Campbell of JC Films was coming to do in Lafayette, Louisiana. And I saw the promotion for it, and I thought, oh, well, this would be something fun for me and my Mary Kay girlfriends to go out and do. So I called up some of my closest Mary Kay girlfriends that are in the Lafayette area, and only one was going to be able to go. I said, well, that's okay. You and I can go. It'll be fun, something different. We've never done anything like that before. And it was faith and family based. So I was like, okay, this is great. And then the next day, the day of the workshop, my friend said, girl, I'm sick, I can't go. And I thought, oh, well, girl, don't worry about it. No problem. You know, that's fine. We'll just do something else another weekend. Hung up the phone with her and literally almost audibly heard, oh, you're going. And I kind of paused and thought, oh, but God, I don't have anybody to go with. I'm not going to go by myself, you know? And again, oh, you're going. So I bantered with that, you know, for a few minutes and just thought, okay, I just need to be quiet and be obedient to what God is telling me to do. So I drove there, and the whole way there, it was about 30 minutes from my home. And I just prayed the whole way there. God, give me revelation of why I'm going to this workshop by myself. This was so not the intention of what, you know, I had intended for today, but I'm open to whatever you want to reveal to me. And I know that you will always guide my steps as long as I'm willing to move my feet. And so I got there. I started talking to a gentleman in a plain t-shirt. He had some jeans on. We just made small talk. He was from West Virginia, and he was there for the workshop. The workshop started, and that same guy got to the front of the room, and he had introduced himself as Jason Campbell of JC Films. So the JC is not Jesus Christ, it's Jason Campbell. And the guy that I was talking to, just a regular guy, is the head of JC Films. And so he started talking about the idea behind JC Films, which I fell in love with. And he said something that really struck a chord with me, in that Christian music, contemporary Christian music, gospel music really has made its way to more of the front surface, right, of media. You see Lauren Daigle, who's from Lafayette, Louisiana, by the way, Grammy award-winning, you know, artist, a contemporary Christian artist. Corinne Hawthorne also is from this area. Music has really, really come a long way. Christian music has really, really come a long way in the last 10 years. And Jason said, I have a vision that faith and family films are going to do the same thing in the next decade. And we're going to be a part of that movement. And he said, I want regular people to have an opportunity to make great feature films and draw people in. Let's, you know, enlarge the kingdom of God by using faith and family films to do it. And I always grew up in my church. One of the things that always resonated with me in the teachings and the Bible studies and youth studies and curriculum was, hey, get to heaven, bring a friend, right? And so I thought, oh my goodness, this is why I'm here. As a Cajun, we like to talk, and we talk a lot with our hands, and we get real excited. And I thought, you know, I know how to market. I know how to talk to people. I know how to gather people. I can help create excitement. I was given the gift of gab. I think I'm a little bit Irish as well as Cajun. But I told Jason after the meeting, I said, I know you didn't know me whenever we first started talking before, you know, the workshop, but Jason, this is why I'm here. He said at the beginning of the meeting, I'm going to need somebody to head up this club. And I told him, I said, I'm the person. I said, and God sent me here. So I don't know much about faith, and I don't know much about the film industry. I said, but I am willing to learn. I'm definitely one that if you give me a track to run on, I'm on it. I will take off. So that's kind of how it came to be. And JC Films is now the fastest growing production club in the United States for faith and family films. It's amazing. He, in fact, had to slow down the start of new clubs in the country because it started growing so rapidly. So that just tells you there is a demand. People are hungry. People are hungry for faith and family films. They want to see more of that. They want to be able to put their kids in front of the TV and not worry about the content that's going to come across the TV. And so this is going to give us a new platform. We've got streaming services that are coming down the road. that would sort of, I guess, I don't want to say rival Pure Flix, but just give another platform for people to go to and watch faith and family content. We're excited about what's happening in our area right now. We're the only one in Louisiana as far as production club. The closest to us is Dallas, Texas, and I want to say Atlanta. So we have had such great feedback. We've got people from Texas. We've got people from Mississippi that have said, hey, we want to be a part of the club and get things going. So it has really, really been tremendous to see people come together to help, to be a part of something great that could have such a global impact. Because this really is something with technology the way that it is, we can reach every corner of the world. In fact, just in the last few months, JC Films, we broke into Africa. So now we have a club in Africa, and we just broke into Canada as well. So again, this is going to have a global impact. We're excited about it. People can go to jcfilms.org. It is a nonprofit organization. So basically, we're not funded by big executive movie companies. We're doing fundraisers. We are making brownies and selling at different vendor events and stuff. We're raising this money ourselves. Like, this is how big this is, in the fact that there's so many people that are wanting to help. So we have now 4 movies in queue, just our club alone. But JC Films, when you go to jcfilms.org, you actually can find there's over 50 movies that have been made. Dean Cain, a lot of people are familiar with Dean Cain, as well as Eric Estrada. You had mentioned earlier, Andy, you had spoken with him. He has also been a part of the JC Films movies production, especially early on with Jason Campbell. He was one of the first. Kevin Sorbo, also a huge proponent. He's like, I'm so ready to come Louisiana. I'm so ready to come Louisiana. So he, if it all works out, he may be a part of our very first film.
I want my audience to pray for Rachel. This is a new endeavor for her. She's excited. She's wanting to do something for God and as of this next chapter in her life. She needs your prayers, folks, and you need the practice. So pray that God would bless her and use her, her family, and all that she does for the glory of the kingdom of God. Rachel, thank you so much for being on Morning Moments today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andy, for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to give me this opportunity.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And let's keep in touch. Let's hear, well, we may see you in the future about more films. And for you that's listening today, thank you for coming to Morning Moments. And if you would, keep coming back, and may God richly bless you.